Is the report we have waited on for over a year now, and just hours ago, a Metro Government Oversight Committee released its investigation into Louisville's jail conducted by former FBI agent David Byer. Now, the 457-page report provides a detailed analysis of several of the in-custody deaths at Metro Corrections. 10 of the 13 deaths over the last 15 months were either by suicide or overdose. And Byer said an inadequate facility, poor supervision, lackluster training, and short staffing are largely to blame. He also said prior leadership failed to address these issues existing for years. The report identifies a culture of rampant workplace sexual harassment and discrimination against female employees. Now, within the very first sentence of this report, it says it became obvious that there are many factors involved that may have contributed to the increased number of deaths and will continue to be factors which may result in additional deaths if not addressed, and thus expose Metro government to potential liability and even potential oversight by federal government. That report did say good leadership alone will not resolve with many issues facing LMDC. One of the most glaring issues is the LMDC jail itself. It is extremely outdated and antiquated. It prevents direct sight of supervision of inmates, and likely many of the deaths over the past year could have been prevented if LMDC had a modern jail facility. This is going to be a big sticking point. As you've likely heard Mayor Craig Greenberg say, his goal is to fix the problems with the facility they already have and not build a new one. Now, throughout the report, Byer credits the efforts current jail director Jerry Collins has made, saying Collins is the right guy to, quote, right the ship, and has already made improvements, but notes he cannot fix everything on his own. Our Isaiah Kim Martinez is reading through each page of this report right now as we speak and getting reaction from Metro Council members and the mayor. He'll bring you the latest updates on our app and on air beginning today at 4. Well, right now, a protest is underway in Carroll County because of its newest deputy hire. The sheriff's office confirmed it hired Miles Cosgrove, the former LMPD officer who shot and killed Breonna Taylor back in 2020. Cosgrove was one of 3 officers who discharged their weapons in that raid on her home. Cosgrove fired his 16 times. He was then fired from LMPD back in January of 21 for violating use of force policy and failing to use his body camera. Deputy Chief Robert Miller said they hired Cosgrove because of his nearly 2 decades of policing experience and because he has not been criminally charged. Miller said they understand the people will not like the move and hopes any protests will be peaceful.
Well, there's opinion on both sides of the aisle, as you could well expect. And, you know, some people think it's a good thing. Most people that we've talked to think it's a good thing. Some people have said it was a bad thing and there was no justice. And of course, that's their opinion. We're basing our decision, and we based our decision on the facts, not public opinion or anything else.
Miller said he believes Cosgrove will be able to offer experience and expertise that'll help the Sheriff's Department better serve Carroll County. It was one of those moments during thunder over Louisville that tugged on our hearts. This image during Saturday's drone show spelling out Louisville Strong, honoring the victims of the 2 mass shootings the week before at Old National Bank and Chickasaw Park. The tradition of thunder was able to provide a much-needed release for so many in the city following those tragedies. We met people from all over the country who came to watch that show, whether they were from Las Vegas or Chicago. And despite the cold and some hesitancy to come out this year, many told us they felt safe and just plain excited for both the air and fireworks shows.
I think that the unfortunate tragedies impacted a lot of people.
I think I like seeing the amount of security and everything, making everybody feel safe, and to everybody to come together and just unite.
LMPD estimates this year's thunder attendance totals were around 300,000. Well, the city continues to recognize Officer Nicholas Wilt, who remains in the hospital following a gunshot wound to the head and battling pneumonia. This afternoon, this banner displaying Wilt's Louisville will be seen by drivers along the Bluegrass Parkway in J-Town. City leaders will be alongside LMPD and the Police Foundation for that unveiling today at 1 o'clock. And from Jeffersontown to Highview, we are one across Louisville. Just yesterday, the community held a car show in Officer Wilt's honor.
Over 700 cars and close to 1,500 people.
There's a lot of good-hearted, good people out here
coming together united under one cause.
I'm telling you, if that doesn't bring a tear to your eye, then I really don't know what will, because the entire city of Louisville came together to show this kid and his family just how important he really is.
LMPD officer Nicholas Wilt, fresh out of the academy, rushed to the scene of Old National Bank on April 10th.
Back up, back up, back up, back up.
A gunman shot Wilt in the head. He has remained in critical condition ever since.
To me, that's a brave soul, and I mean, it's amazing that somebody right out of the police academy would be on the line of duty like that.
Wow, I mean, I'm at a loss for words what's going on around the community right now.
We walked over there and we said, let's do this. Like, this is something that has to happen, and if you guys need a location to do it, you have one.
In the strip mall outside of Jack's Wax, the community showed up in droves, from your typical car novice to car expert.
We're out here today to support the injured officer that was injured in the shooting a couple of weeks ago. And when I got word that they were having the event over here, I knew I had to come over and participate and support.
The show featured a $5 entry. Judges awarded cars prizes based on how they fared against competition. Amid all the fun, a purpose of supporting one of our city's fighting heroes. In Louisville, Connor Steffen, WHAS11 on your side.
We are told the event raised more than $12,000, all of which will go to Officer Wilt's family. We have learned the name of the man killed in a shooting Sunday morning in the Park Duval neighborhood. Marcus Reed died on Cypress Street near West Gulbert Avenue around 8. Police later arrested 31-year-old Antoine Roach, who is now charged with murder and possession of a handgun by a convicted felon. A teenager is facing charges in connection to a shooting in Radcliffe. According to the police chief, this happened around 6:30 last night near Kingswood Way and Clear Ridge Lane. No word yet on what led to that shooting, but we know a 17-year-old is now charged with attempted murder, possession of a handgun, and 7 counts of wanton endangerment. We'll keep you updated on what we find.